I'm going to be talking about the importance of taking notes. First, before I get into this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the information that I'm about to share. I think that taking notes is very important, especially for projects that you may be working on, or things that you're trying to remember, things that you're studying, whether you're studying for school or studying for something else that you're trying to learn or studying the Bible. I think that taking notes will help you to remember what you're studying, and when you go over it again, it will help you out a lot to see the different important notes that you took and different bullet points that you made and different thoughts that you had while you were studying, so that you can have a better understanding. Once you go over those notes or go over what you studied, it'll be easier for you to remember everything and really get it deep down inside. And even going about on a daily basis, there's different things that will come up, different important things that come up that you would normally forget. But if you take a moment and just note it down, whether in your phone or on a piece of paper or something, it'll help you to remember. Because there are things that you would normally forget, but if you note it down, then you're sure that you won't forget it. And if you're working on the project and you definitely need to write notes down, it's important to keep something with you to write down those notes while you're working on your project, because there's different important details that you can easily forget, especially if you're busy with the project that you're working on. Some things just can't be forgotten, but if they slip your mind, you'll always have it on a piece of paper as backup. And especially if you're like working with instructions or something and you remember the instructions, but some things aren't clear. If you note down the things that might be difficult to remember, you won't find yourself making mistakes. For instance, if you're about to go on a big trip and there's important things that you must remember and it's on your mind right now, but you know it might slip your mind later on in the day, it's best to just go on and note it down then. That way when it's time for you to get ready, you have everything that you need written on that list, and it's just easy for you to gather everything instead of having to rack your brain and remember everything that you need. Or if you're about to work on a big project and you know that there are specific tools that you need and supplies and different things that you need, and you're thinking about it in that moment, you might as well just write it down, because when it's time for you to go out, you might not remember to grab everything. But if you have a list to go by, then there's more of a chance you won't forget. Even if you're one who has good memory and you feel like you don't really need a notepad, or you don't really need to pull out your phone and actually type out some notes, you could take mental notes. So if you see something that you need to take with you later on when you go out, just take a mental note. I need to take that. It will help you to remember, whereas trying to remember everything right when you're about to leave, that's more difficult than just taking mental notes. It'll help you remember everything once it's time. But I must say, taking mental notes just isn't as reliable, because anything can happen. Distractions can come up and you'll forget little details, little things that you need. So I do think it's very important that you just write notes, but if you're one who has really good memory, taking mental notes should do well for you as well. And I believe taking notes can even help increase your ability to keep the knowledge that you attained. Like if you are studying something or learning something and you take notes and you go over those notes, it'll help you keep what you learned instead of going about life and just totally forgetting what you spent hours trying to learn. If you wrote notes, you're more likely to remember. You put more effort into remembering by writing notes. But if you just listen or you watch and then time go by, you're more likely to forget without any trace of you actually being involved in what you're trying to learn. Writing can sometimes be very personal or private too. So if you have a journal and you just take notes on like different things that's happening in your life or different things that you want to happen, just different notes on things that are happening on a daily basis, and you go over it in the future, it'll be very rewarding in a sense. Or you could even take the time to just observe how you thought during a particular time. So I think that if you take notes or write details on different things in your life in the future, it will be good for you to really get to observe how you thought in the past. You could note progress, and then once you've been successful in whatever thing that you were working on, whatever thing that was going on in your life, you can even note that. And when you look back, you'll get to see little victories, and you can even get to see some of your failures and actually learn from it. It will also help for you to observe your thought patterns. If you can observe how you thought or how you think even, it'll help you to understand yourself more and how you think. And I think that's very important. Some people just go about their life doing things, whether it be bad things or good things, and sometimes they don't even take the time to think about what they did in the day. So that will get by them. But if you take notes on different things that happen on a daily basis and then just observe your thoughts during that time, it'll help you to understand how you should move forward or how you should do things in the future, how you should handle situations, how you should think, and different things of that nature. But with that being said, I hope these little tips and examples were helpful. If so, leave comments in the comment section below. Also, check out my community where I post different scriptures, poems, photography, different things of that nature. And also check the description box to get different information about this video or links to different videos that I've done in the past that you may be interested in. With that being said, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like. Thanks for watching.